$1 educational challenge today. Process and market behavior over profits. This content is for educational purposes only, not a financial advice. I'll be using my DMarker plus OSMAR strategy explained in another video linked in the description. Let's start. OSMAR is crossing below 0, DMarker is below level 30. I take a buy position. Price is at the lower band of the Donchian channel. According to the strategy, price needs to be at the lower band, or being rejected from it. The entry was at a prior support level, which confirms this signal. There is also plenty of price room up to the prior resistance level for this trade. For a detailed setup of the strategy including parameters, please check the video linked in the description. The idea behind using a $1 setup is simple. It is allowing me to take multiple trades with minimal emotional pressure, so I can focus on the entries, confirmations, and market context rather than money. The platform used in this video is linked in the description. In the final version, I'll speed up some parts of the trades so the pacing of the video stays comfortable. The trade has closed. I look for the next entry. OSMAR is crossing up, DMarker line to level 70. I have taken a sell position. The previous bars were crossing up, but they are tiny. They were so tiny we can ignore them and consider latest one as the signal. There was already a strong downward push when price touched the upper band of the Donchian channel. The signal of the strategy anticipates there will be one more. That would be completely in line with the overall downtrend. The trade closed in line with the expected direction. I look for the next trade entry. OSMAR crossing down. DMarker is approaching level 30. Price is pushing lower band of Donchian further down. I took a buy position. There is enough price room up to the prior resistance for the expected direction of the move. The trade has closed. I look for the next entry. OSMAR crossing down. Previous tiny bar can be ignored. DMarker is about to cross below 30 level. Price is pushing lower band of Donchian. I'll wait for the close of the candle and take a buy position if signal is confirmed. Price seems to be moving against my initial expectation. That's why I use a 1-minute trade duration here. It gives enough time to observe how price develops, rather than reacting to short-term noise. Sometimes the move I anticipate happens immediately, and sometimes there's a brief drift in the opposite direction first. As a reminder, with binary options the result is determined only at the end of the preset interval. So what matters is the direction at expiration. The trade has closed. I look for the next entry. DMarker is touching level 30. Price is pushed back by lower band of Donchian. Current bar of OSMAR might cross down. Previous bar is so tiny, it is hard to tell if it is below or above. Price was bouncing back and forth between support and resistance in a narrow consolidation channel. Our signal is in line with this behavior. Signal confirmed, I am taking a buy position. The trade has closed. I look for the next trade entry. OSMAR crossing down. DMarker hug to 30. Clear bullish entry. I took a buy position. The platform used in this video is linked in the description. The trade has closed. I look for the next entry. I am taking a sell position. I assume it starts to become automatic to spot the setups, so I might not need to explain the basics as much, and can focus on market context more in the future trades. This time price is moving in a more dense channel, but the mechanics are similar. Last deviation was a bit stronger, but I trusted the signal. You might hear me use support and resistance together with supply and demand. Technically, there is a distinction. Support and resistance are often treated as precise levels, while supply and demand are zones, meaning broader price areas rather than a single value. Because binary options are often traded on very short time frames, and I intentionally use short trade durations, market noise is higher. In that environment, zones make more sense than exact levels. So even when I say support or resistance, I'm usually thinking in terms of zones, not precise prices. The important part is whether we treat something as a zone or as a level, not the label itself. The trade has closed. I look for the next entry. I am taking a buy position following the strategy. Price is in a confident but gentle downtrend, so a reversal might happen. D marker is below and around 30 for too long, so I accepted the bullish signal from the strategy. The trade has closed. Only the direction at the end of the interval matters. The bullish signal has formed while price is at the support level. There is enough room up to the resistance level for the current trade. The two levels form a consolidation zone. Anything that will happen outside the zone, after the trade closes, is not my business at the moment. The trade closed in line with the expected direction. I look for the next entry. I am accepting the bearish signal here. Price might still go up a bit and reject from the prior resistance level. So ideally we should have waited for that and enter only if that happens, although the trade has 4 candles to play out. Now we might be after the rejection. The turning point was very close to the resistance level. Though these levels are never concrete, there is a lot of market noise as countless factors drive the markets. Price almost reached the resistance level again. Buyers and sellers are fighting a lot, but there is still time left for my trade. The trade has closed with a confident bearish candle. I look for the next entry. OSMA bar seems to cross up, D marker above 70. There is a resistance level nearby, and there was a slight bearish trend. These two confluences are in line with the current bearish signal of my strategy. I'm taking a sell position. The platform used in this video is linked in the description. This was my last trade today. Hope you enjoyed this session. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching my video. See you next time.